identify with, endorse, agree with the use of racial slurs. A racist white person isn't going to make the gender distinctions that are often made by black people here in these particular spaces on YouTube. So if
that's something that I specifically said originally, back with Brian on Cynthia G. And I've said this other times too. I remember I said this with Crystal Swirls in regards to the Greek. There are different people that I've said this with. It's just like, to me, like, it would be so odd to me when they would try and talk to these people and then expect them to say these things about black men, but they don't feel this way about you. You know, when they're literally saying that about you. You have to understand, a man who is talking about another man of another race disparagingly is not talking about him being a lesser man because he's a man, or disdain for his manhood, but disdain for his race, disdain for his black race. That tells you everything you need to know. But, you know, a lot of people got mad at me when I would say that. They would think that I was trying to blackmail worship or whatever. But it's just like, to me, that's why I've always been like, when they would have people talk about it that were white men, it would always be like, they're talking like that because they feel that way about you too. They're just omitting everything they feel and just presenting what you will be receptive to. Anyway, continue.
A divestor is in a relationship with a white man who agrees with what they are saying about black men. A white guy that they're with who agrees with them on that is probably, I would say 99% of the time, is going to think that about black women too.
The thing is, though, why are you assuming that they are with someone who thinks that of black men? The thing is, many of the content creators we're talking about, specifically the one you were having an issue with the other week, specifically says that her husband turns red when she talks about things like that. So you don't know specifically if someone is exactly like that, they have the same opinion as their partner does. Why would you assume that? They are individuals, So it's weird that you would make the assumption that they are looking for someone who feels that way about black men. I don't think they need someone who feels that way about black men when they feel that way themselves. They don't need anyone to tell them to feel that way. They already feel it, Anyway, continue.
Racism are going to make that gender distinction. And for them to say that, like, okay, well, white men identify with our talking points here and they agree with us that, like, black men are subhuman or whatever, it's like, well, they probably, if they're agreeing with you on that, then they probably think that black women are subhuman too. And if they think that you're...
The thing is, I don't understand why you're assuming that divested women think that black men are subhuman, though. Like, I personally don't think that black men are subhuman. So I kind of find it interesting that you're just assuming that I think black men are subhuman. I think that black men are unattractive, and that's why I'm not attracted to them. I don't see why I would try and trick or lead on a black man to think that I was attracted to him when I'm not attracted to him and I'm not aroused by him. Why would I do that to any man, for that matter? Why would I try and have some interest in fat men or old men? And try to basically have a situation where I'm leading them on And I know I'll never be attracted to them because they're old, because they're fat, because they're unattractive, because they're black, because they're Asian. That's wrong. You're supposed to go with who you're actually attracted to and not just lead people on like that, But you come with the stereotype that we must all be attracted to black men just because of the color of our skin, not understanding that the majority of men aren't even black, so the majority of men we see are not black. So how are we supposed to be naturally attracted to them just because you say so? Oh yeah, I forgot, because you were told black people were supposed to be with each other because that's the racist narrative you were taught, basically. Anyway, continue.